Здравия желаю, YouTube land товарищи. It is the start of March 2021. New year, new high hopes. Let's get the season rolling. I am hyped up about Red Horizon, the spin-off to Red Divide, brought to you by the same guys that is Southern Front events. Those are the guys that like to do all kinds of Cold War stuff. They do World War II stuff. They do purely Blankfire stuff, and they do mixed airsoft with Blankfire. So the Red Divide series, again, takes place in 1986. Alternate history. Yugoslavia starts going crazy like half a decade earlier, I suppose. Warsaw Pact got involved. NATO got involved. Stuff got hot. So we've had 4 Red Divides so far, and this is going to be the spin-off series that's not taking place in Yugoslavia, that's taking place in East Germany. So we're in East Germany, so we're going to be in different kits. We're not going to have the rest of Warsaw Pact involved, so no Polish units this time, unfortunately. Oh well. But we should still have East Germans. NATO should be, I believe, Americans, Canadians, and Brits. Something like that. You know, who cares? They're the bad guys. They're the invaders. They're invading East Germany. We are there purely as the people's defensive army to fight off these invaders. So while things are popping off in Yugoslavia, NATO, those warmongers, are taking it on themselves to get hot in East Germany. So we have slated 2 Soviet units. We have the independent 35th десантно-штурмовая representing Warsaw Pact. There's going to be East Germans, I don't remember which ones, they all look the same. And there's going to be 2 Soviet groups. There's going to be motor rifles recon unit, which is almost the exact same kit as the other unit we're portraying. So the only difference is the motor rifles aren't going to be wearing tyrniashki, and yeah, that's pretty much it, because even the recon units got the folding stock rifles. So maybe instead of RD54s, they just have the basic suspender kits. So essentially everything else is going to be the same on them, except, you know, no Mabuda kits, no Mabuda uniforms, probably. I mean, that makes sense. So the main group, the main part of the Soviet faction of the Warsaw Pact, the Soviet group, is going to be the 35th Assault Group. Десантно-штурмовые войска. So they're different from VDV, because VDV goes deep. They get dropped in out of planes with light armor, and the штурмовые войска are typically coming in on helicopters, and they're going behind enemy lines, but not deep. It's like the near rear. Instead of the deep rear, it's the near rear. And you want to be in the near rear because it's easier to grab. So that's going to be different from the other Red Divide series kit requirements, because in that story, the units sent to Yugoslavia were redirected. They were already in Afghanistan, and then the units were transferred over to Yugoslavia. So the organizers made it that way so that the participants could have cooler kits, I suppose, easier to assemble kits because of the hodgepodge of stuff in Afghanistan in 1986. But we're going to be in East Germany, and that's going to be more by the book. So no Chi-Coms, and I believe self-made rigs are accepted but frowned upon. What you're supposed to be wearing is an RD54, or they'll let it slide if you're wearing the belt and suspenders kit. But the ideal kit is going to be an RD54 with a 73 style uniform. And I'm looking forward to that. I like it. This is brings me back to east wind, very strong east wind feels. I'm psyched for that. I want to do that. Like, you know, you're running around with like only 4 mags and, you know, by the book type of look. I'm looking forward to making these photos. There should be some great photo ops. And all right, so it's important to know where this is going to be. So this is going to be taking place in Enfield, North Carolina. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly the same field as we used for Red Divide 3, and I did express my feelings. I had mixed feelings about Red Divide 3, but I've been told that field was underutilized for that event, so we should have a different experience even if it is the same field again. So I'm looking forward to that, because that field had a lot of potential. So if it is the same field and we're going to utilize more of it in a different way, I am psyched for that. I would like to do that. I'm psyched that we're going to be doing this in by the book type of kits, simple kits. I'm looking forward to the photo opportunities that are going to be there with us in by the book type of kits. Very east wind type of feels for this event, because both events took place in East Germany. So this is 1986 East Germany. We're playing a slightly different unit, except for the guys that are going to be in motor rifles. I mean, they're portraying essentially the same unit we did in East Wind. So good on those guys for that. I'm looking forward to trying out a kit using this uniform, but I haven't used it exactly like this. So professional.